think I want to set up our Mark III proliferator now. I think it's time we set that up. And we're going to do our level 3 research. Aim for the purple dot. Bam. Nice.
Flight mode.
This is not actually as close as I thought it would be. Interesting thing to note, we have crude oil seeps here. And a stone vein. So we could maybe process a lot of sulfuric acid right there. Alright.
Flight mode.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need 7 of these guys. We don't have any graphene.
Flight mode.
Of course we don't have any graphene. I mean, we should just be able to get some stone and expand this production. That is why I set it up the way that I did.
Replication complete. Insufficient materials.
I also just need some regular stone, too, huh?
Insufficient materials. Flight mode.
Alright. As I crash into the science towers there. Okay. So here's what we need to do. We need to bring out this proliferator. We need 7 of them. Could we maybe shortcut this? Like that? I don't know if that's a good idea. It kind of defeats the point of having a splitter there, but maybe it'll be fine. Get rid of that.
Replication complete.
Okay. How do I want to do this? So I need to bring out... Okay. Get rid of this. I promise I'm not losing my mind. Okay, no promises, but I don't think I'm losing my mind. set that up like that. And then we need these carbon nanotubes to come out. And just kind of bring them out like that. What the? Wait. That didn't do what I wanted it to do. Game, don't mess with me like that. I would appreciate it. Now, are these proliferated? No. So they need to be proliferated. Should still be able to make that work. Okay. So now, on the other side, first of all, I'm going to need another proliferator. I need to set this up again so that it proliferates itself. Which we set up over here with this cool little loop-de-loop. We might as well probably just do that again, yeah? It's just, where are we going to set it up? I guess over here somewhere. There's just not really a lot of space here to work with, especially with the interstellar logistics station here. And we should really produce sorters. We should really produce sorters in an assembly line somewhere. It's something I keep saying, and it's something that I keep not doing. And Mark III proliferator. There we go. We're also going to want some place to store this, just like we have over here with this proliferator.
Replication complete.
let's go ahead. I think I want to proliferate it before I store it. Now we don't forget to later. What are you doing to me? There we go. And then we can store it in the depot here. Don't really know if we need 3 pile sorters there, but it's fine. It looks like 2 is more than enough. Alright, and then this guy can come over here. And it can work its way around to there. It can keep going over to here. And then just hook right back up to here. Like this. Excuse me. I said like this. Like that. Yeah.
Flight mode.
Excellent. We're gonna have to get rid of one of these at some point, but whatever. That's not a problem for now. Alright. And now things will slowly turn blue as we get the tier 3 proliferator going.
Flight mode.
Nice. Why isn't it proliferating itself? Oh. It's because I'm bad at video games. There we go. Excellent. Hey, we have tier 3 proliferator. Yeah. So over time, that, just like the tier 2 proliferator did, that will spread out throughout the entire base and slowly make our things more efficient and more energy intensive. Which, how does our power grid look here anyway?
Flight mode.
87%? That's not bad. We're going to be burning more power, though, as we work towards our tech here. Alright. So, I think it's about time. We get to work on producing these warpers. Okay. So we need these purple things, the particle containers, which we need graphene for, which is fine. It's another thing that we need graphene for, but hey, when we get this set up, hopefully we'll have as much graphene as we will ever... Oh, yeah, no. Potato brain. Squirrel brain. I need to increase my production of graphene. Okay. So we are producing more than enough stuff to actually produce. This isn't graphene.
Flight mode.
Where's our graphene? Our graphene's over here. We are definitely producing roughly enough resources to generate more graphene. More or less. We just need to expand our production for it. Which we should easily be able to do. It's fine, don't worry about it. Curvature of the world, or whatever. Go. Is 10 going to be enough?
Materials.
I think we need 20. Ugh. That's definitely going to have to be our next task. Where are we sending our graphene anyway? Sending it to here. We actually have a lot of graphene here. Huh. And then it's being shipped to where? Over here. Where it's being used for carbon nanotubes. Right. Also, this isn't being proliferated.
Insufficient materials.
What am I missing? I'm missing stone again.
Flight mode.
That's fine. Stone's an easy fix. There we go. That should be enough.
Insufficient materials.
We're actually almost at our capacity for foundation. It's kind of funny. We've been producing all of this foundation since like the beginning of the game. And don't get me wrong, it's definitely come in handy, but it's just kind of funny. We have, what, almost 30,000 foundation? Tetrahedron, how's it going today? Welcome to the party. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, once we fill up on foundation, we're going to have a lot more stone not being used here.
Flight mode.
Okay.
Replication complete.
Let's go ahead back here and make sure that this stuff is proliferated before I forget. There's literally a path over right here. I don't know why I didn't proliferate that. I probably was planning on it and just forgot. There we go. So that should help improve the efficiency of that a little bit. Just a little tiny bit. What flavor of cubes do I have so far? I think I still have all the same flavor of cubes that I had the last time that I played. The only ones that I'm missing are the sour apple green ones. bronze and the mystery flavor, which we're slowly working towards. Before I get that set up, I'm going to try to get my first, like, interstellar supply line set up. Which means I need more graphene. I need more graphene so I can produce more graphene. The circle of graphene life, as it may be. There we go. So that should improve our production of graphene. Is that actually going to pump out enough, or do I need to pump out even more? That looks like it'll be enough. So I could increase this even more by putting another row of chemical plants on this side. I may look into doing that.
Insufficient materials.
Graphene has been a sore spot for me, so excuse me while I overbuild on graphene for a few minutes. I mean, it's not going to be overbuilding because I know we're going to need a lot of it, but it feels like we're overbuilding on it a little bit. Titanium class. Okay. So we're not quite to that point yet. We could increase our distribution range. That probably wouldn't be a bad idea. We should also probably start our pile sorter upgrades. Maybe get a little bit more vertical construction. And since we're going to start getting our solar sail production going, we might as well get some of these ray receiver upgrades. You're gonna want to find an ice giant. There is one nearby. Not in this system, but was it this one? Here. Yes. Actually, I think there's a few. There's that one. I'm doing the same thing again, where I think I had to press escape to leave the system view. There's that one. And then I think this is also a... No, that's just a gas giant.
Replication
I know I saw another one somewhere.
Research complete.
Let's see. Either way, there's definitely systems out there, so we just got to go get them. Try that. This is going to be a little bit jank because of the curvature of the planet. Again. Feels like we're running into a lot of that lately. That's just kind of what happens when you build on a planetary scale, I guess. There we go.
Depleted.
And again, we need more of the... I need to... I know I keep telling myself I need to fix that problem, and I keep not fixing that problem. But we do need to actually produce sorters in a production line somewhere. I just haven't quite gotten to that point yet. If I keep telling myself, eventually we'll get around to it.
Flight mode.
Eventually my brain will like snap together and be like, oh yeah, we need to do that. We might as well do that right now. Oh. Excuse me. Thank you. Go. This is the one that I'm worried about. So I'm gonna have to like... Okay, that barely works. But barely works is still functional to me, so we're okay.
Upgrade. Insufficient materials.
It may seem a little bit concerning that we're having power issues. I'm not super concerned because soon, very soon, I hope, we're going to start launching up solar sails. And that's when the fun begins. Why did I... Why...
Lipo. Mineral depleted.
Why did I expand this line and then just never put in more arc smelters? Like, this was definitely deliberate by me to expand the production line here. What was I doing back then that I'm just like, oh, well, I guess I'm just gonna completely forget about that. I swear. We have them now? Not really. I mean, we can build them, I guess. Oh, look at all that. Look at all that graphene. Oh, it's beautiful. I think that'll actually go a long way to solving a lot of our problems. Legitimately, we needed to do that a long time ago. We may even have issues with energetic graphite because of that. At least here. Only because we're relying on these piddly little logistic spots. Which are fine, but they don't really transport a lot.
Complete.
Alright, let's actually finish this production. There we go. Oh, right. I don't have enough sorters because I haven't built any sorters. Ah, alright. It's only because I'm committing to pile sorters. The other sorters are not actually that bad to produce. But yeah, that should definitely help my graphene production.
Mineral depleted.
Yeah. A lot better. Okay, slots are full for that. Are the slots over here full? No. We still shove 5 more in there. Do we really need these thermal plants here anymore? Probably not. I could probably just run the energetic graphene over. I don't know. We'll leave it for now. We're starting to get the blue juice flowing. Look at all this blue.
Flight mode.
Nice. Okay. All right. So with our graphene crisis finally averted, we can look towards solar
Replication
sails.
complete.
So we need circuit boards, we need prisms, and we need stone. Before I forget, I don't actually have enough, I don't have enough sorters for this, actually.
Insufficient materials.
No, no. Sorters need to be the next problem that I solve. I know I want to move on to greater and greater things, but I need to get sorters. I need to get sorters bad. I've mentioned it before. When I play this game by myself, I don't necessarily mind sitting around waiting to build things. I don't mind not having a production line for belts or sorters because I could just sit around, you know, take a sip out of my drink and continue on, you know, in 5-10 minutes when I actually finally build everything. It's a little bit different when you're streaming and you need to kind of have like a constant flow of narrative. We are burning through all of our sulfuric acid now.
Replication complete.
I think that'll be less of a problem once these guys get caught up.
Flight mode.
But our lack of sulfuric acid is a problem. And one that we didn't really build around considering. So once our foundations are built, we're going to be backed up on stone again, which means all this stone will flow over here, which will increase the production of our chemical plant, producing sulfuric acid. Is there any more stone around? Not close enough to matter. Okay. So if we want to produce sulfuric acid and ship it back here, it would probably be easier. Okay. Well, we'll come back to that here in a few and see what happens. For now, we're going to head up here and we're going to finally deal with our sorter situation. So, to produce sorters,
Insufficient
we need
materials.
iron and circuit boards. The good news is, I think we have a lot of what we need up here already. We may just need to put forth a little bit of effort to actually get it to where it needs to go. What's going on here? Why are you struggling? You're struggling because this is struggling. This is struggling because
Upgrade complete.
we're just not producing as much iron here as we were before. Because the resource is being depleted. Okay, well, that's not the end of the world yet. We can put in another mine. Like that. Don't worry about it, chat. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It may not be okay. That's still better than it was. It's at least enough to run the gambit on these iron forges. Which should help improve this. Which will help improve this. Maybe. Okay, this might actually be a bigger problem than I thought.
Flight mode.
The only reason I'm concerned about this is because this iron produces ingots for basically my entire operation on this half of the map. It produces the iron for my engines. It produces the iron for... Well, I don't think this... Yeah, it produces the iron for my gears. It produces the iron for my circuit boards. And if it's starting to run out, then we may have some problems. This iron here is also looking super low. Man, I'd love it if there was just like an iron deposit over here. So this is really the closest iron deposit we have right here.
Flight mode.
So what we could do, although it's not really recommended, we could take from here and traverse the galaxy. There's no openings in there. Okay. Is this really what we're going to be doing? I mean, I guess this is what we're going to be doing. How high do I have to do to go over? There we go. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Oh, there's iron here too. Whatever. We're committed already. There we go. Crisis averted? The only reason I brought it the whole way over here this way was because I wanted to get proliferated. That's really the big reason. There we go. Okay.
Flight mode.
So now that we've done that, we can start working on this. Is that actually even enough iron? I mean, it's definitely reaching the end. The problem is that we need more. We need more iron. We have an entire planet worth of resources to work with. I shouldn't worry about trying to cluster everything in one area. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Those are kind of cool looking. Do I want to do an interstellar logistics system or a planetary logistics system? I think... So all I need to do... Do I need any logistics system? Probably something. I probably need something. Let's see, do I have any logistics systems close to my chip production that has space in it? Doesn't look like it. It looks like all of my logistics systems are all full up. Except this one. Which, this one literally just exists for fuel. So here's the thing. This is eventually going to run out of resources. Honestly, the entire friggin' planet is going to run out of resources sooner rather than later. It's not making it easy on me, is it? So, to build sorters, I need all the engines from up above, plus chips. Okay. So I think what we need to do, we need to build 2 planetary logistics systems.
Insufficient materials.
We're missing out on something. What are we missing out on? Engines? Graphene. Okay. That's fine.
Flight mode.
We have a bunch of graphene down here. I know this seems like a massive pain. it's going to pay dividends once we get it all set up. I do not need that much grabbing, contrary to popular belief.
Flight mode.
So here's what the game plan is. We have this iron right here. We have this iron here. Now, we really don't have any copper over here, though. We have copper here, but no iron. We have iron all the way over here in the middle of nowhere. Okay. We need iron and chips. We could just produce the iron, shove it into a planetary logistics system, ship it and the chips from
Replication lengthy.
over here. Where are they? They're right below me. They're right below me? Right here. Ship them in. Ship in the iron ingots after we produce them. You could even ship in these guys, because we're going to need them too. And then ship them over to where all of our engines are. All the way over here. Because we have all the engines that we need are over here. We have these, although we don't actually have a lot of those. We will build that supply up as time progresses. And we also have
Replication complete.
these. Same idea. And we can even funnel in the iron into this system here, if we set it up right. Okay. Also, we need a bunch of logistics drones. There we go. Alright. We're just gonna plop this, what, here? Good enough for me. Let's bring this. Oh no. Let's bring this over. It needs proliferated too. What do you mean you don't have any power? Come on, game. Don't sass me. Where are they? There they are. It's because it's like straddling the line between all four of these things. It's fine. It'll figure itself out, I'm sure. Go.
Flight mode.
Okay, we're gonna need a bunch of space for this. job, so I didn't space it out properly, but that's okay. I don't want 16 in there. I just want 10. What? Huh? Okay, I didn't know what warning it gave me, but it's fine. We got it there in the end. That's the important part. Thank you. All right.
Replication complete.
So now we need iron. And we know how to get iron at this point. I hope. I guess I don't actually have...
Insufficient materials.
Right. Also, I'm out of magnets still. Remember I was out of magnets like an hour ago?
Replication complete.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Flight mode. Insufficient materials.
Okay. So, much like I did on the other planet, I could just, like, loop this around and make it into, like, a mega iron factory. Why am I not putting a splitter there? I don't know. I guess I'm just bad at video games. There we go. All right. What's going on here? Why is this? Okay, game. Game.
Replication complete.
Game. Okay, game. Alright, you got me, game. You sure showed me. We're not gonna proliferate this stuff yet. We're just gonna ship it in there. Actually, where is my proliferation line? It's right there. Surely there's an easy way to get that over here.
Insufficient materials.
I mean, the way that we've been getting it over there, right? With lots of belts.
Insufficient materials. Flight mode.
Also, for the record, that dramatic sigh was not... It was not a sigh to be dramatic. It,
Mineral depleted.
You know, I forgot to breathe for a second. It's okay. Don't worry about it, chat. I'll survive. Why is this still not being proliferated? Why is this still not being proliferated? Okay.
Replication complete.
So I need another one, is what you're telling me. I find it hard to believe that I'm not proliferating this. Then again, there's just not room to proliferate it, huh? I guess that makes sense.
Replication complete.
Okay. We'll start with the obvious. Okay. So our chips are proliferated. There we go. And this can come this way. And we can shove it there. And then take it the whole way over. Yeah! To there. Nice. Alright, let's connect all this stuff. And by connect, I mean build more sorters. I'm actually gonna take a minute, stand up, go to the bathroom, stretch my legs for a minute. I'll be right back.
Replication complete.
Alright, I'm back, chat. Sorry about that. I hadn't stood up for, like... Well, I mean, I did stand up briefly to get a drink of water, but... I hadn't stood up for a long period of time to actually stretch for a couple hours at this point. How long have I been streaming? 3 hours? Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright. So we got all that stuff loaded into the planetary logistics system. That's good. Because we're going to fly over here and we're going to do it all over again. Now, where do we want to plop this? So, I don't think I need a big and complicated setup for this. Not really. I mean, it's going to be like this, where I'm only going to really need like 3 or 4 for each tier. I'm just going to have to add one more thing in for each tier. And then once I reach the capacity for it, like I have here, it's just going to sit idle for the whole time. So I don't really think I need a metric ton of space. Although I definitely want to make sure I keep my planetary shield generator up and running. I am going to move these solar panels out a bit. $93, 90%? That seems reasonable. All this ammo is becoming a problem. I have so much ammo in my inventory. Whatever, it's fine. Alright, planetary logistics system. Where are you? Right there. Let's plop you down over here. I want plenty of room to breathe. Okay, I want you to get me iron, and I want you to get me circuit boards. Gimme. Let's see, where are my drones? Where are my drones? Am I blind? I swear I only put 10 in the other one. I don't know what happened to them. I did only put 10 in the other one, right? What? How did it get 10 more? Whatever. Whatever, it's fine. Who cares? It's all being transported to the same place anyway. Alright. So we need a bunch of these. We're going to build 20 of them. That might be a little bit more than we need for this little project, but it's fine. I'd rather have a couple more than a couple less. We're going to need like a bajillion for them in the future anyway, so it's fine. So the first thing I want to do is put this iron into this circuit here. And I think the easiest way to do that is to just kind of bring it out. Like this. It's kind of in the way of my missile system a bit, but that's okay.
Mineral depleted.
There we go. This is mostly just to keep the blood flowing, basically. Because that'll massively help keep this from overloading itself. Oops. Oops. There we go. Don't mind me. I know what I'm doing. I'm a super cool, awesome streamer guy. I've been doing this for 2 years now. I know exactly what I'm doing. And anybody who says otherwise doesn't know what they're talking about. Or something.
Insufficient
I don't have any more
materials.
of those. Okay. That's fine.
Flight mode.
Eventually, everything's going to get upgraded to pile sorters. Eventually. A long time from now. Many years in the future, but not many. I'm sure. There we go. Okay. Iron. I mean, it doesn't really matter which way we do it. Chips. There we are.
Insufficient materials.
I do need a bunch of these guys. I mean, I don't need a bunch of these guys, but I need some storage containers. Some storage units, containers. Alright, so the game plan is I'm just going to, like, bring stuff into each layer, and I'm just going to build it this way. And then at the end of the day, I just have to come here, grab my belts, grab my grabber boys, my sorters, and go. That's what the hope and the dream is. Eventually, maybe we can plop it down its own, like, interplanetary logistics system here, and then just ship them both into that. That's a long time from now. We're not there yet. We may never be. Based on how long it takes me to sort things out. Honestly, we're just lucky that we're as far as we are. Excellent. Also, I didn't realize that I wasn't upgrading anything. Okay. So this guy
Mineral depleted.
will plop into here.
Insufficient materials.
I'm just might as well grab these to skip a step. Yeah. And this is going to have these sorters in there. That's the game plan. So for the next one, we need these engines. Huh. These engines are going to be a little bit hard because I'm already not producing enough of them. I wonder if I should resolve that problem first. It looks like we have enough resources to expand the production here, but... I guess we could just do that. Just build some more. That'll increase the production of them a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Yeah, so we can bring this out like this. FYI, none of this is proliferated.
Replication complete. Insufficient materials.
I also don't have the... You know, stone is such a valuable resource that I don't value enough. My goal for this stream is to at least get to the point of starting to fire out solar sails. Which is a far cry away from what I'm doing now. But I'm actually not that far from it. All I really have to do is make some of these photon combiners, which I need circuit boards for anyway. And, hey, guess who just brought a bunch of circuit boards over here to a nice open area where we can produce stuff. And then we need stone, and we need to combine stone in a couple different ways. Let's see, we need to turn glass into prisms, which is just all smelting and assembly stuff. So.
Insufficient materials.
We need steel too. Okay.
Light mode.
Well, we do have a lot of steel to work with, so. We didn't used to have a lot of steel to work with, but now we do.
Replication complete.
There we go.
Light mode.
Alright. So, these guys are already proliferated. I don't really have to worry about them too much. This needs proliferated. These don't need proliferated. Not really. Let's bring this out.
Replication complete.
Because we're probably going to have to proliferate a lot of stuff out here. At least the sorters. We're going to have to at least proliferate the sorters. Alright. Let's get 5 of these guys. getting dangerously close to the top of the planet. I mean, it's not a danger to get close to the top of the planet. You just really want to use like the top and the bottom of the planet for like solar sails and energy collection.
Replication complete.
But whatever, this is fine.
Upgrade.
Before I start the Sphere Duo, I have to completely defeat the Hive first. That's actually a very good question, Tally. I don't know how long ago you asked it, but because I've been super focused on what I'm doing. But no, you do not need to completely defeat the Hive before you start building the Sphere. Building the Sphere, what, 3... Don't lie to me, it has not been 3 hours. What will happen if you don't destroy the Hive before you build the Sphere is that it will cause threat to grow. This number right here. So there's 2 ways to grow the threat for the Space Hive. There's destroying relays, and there's just like the process of building and generating power with the Dyson Sphere. And fortunately, they will not destroy any of your Dyson Sphere parts. Wow. Any of the parts that are already in orbit and completed. They will just attack your planet. I think whichever planet has like the largest concentration of energy on it. The biggest target, basically. Which should be this planet, the one that I'm on. If I'm understanding my game correctly. Alright. Here's our next batch of sorters. So I'm going to try to avoid heading too much farther north. Because like I said, I do want to use that for solar sails and energy collection. If I can. Although my power grid is looking a little sad right now. But it's only looking a little bit sad because...
Flight mode.
I need to remember to connect this. Will I remember to connect that? Absolutely not. But I need to remember to. What was I saying? I don't know. It was probably not important. Okay. So for the next tier, for tier 3, we need these, not those, these engines. I feel like it's a bad idea to build, like, over top of my, solar panels, but whatever, game. If the game's gonna let me do it, I'm not gonna question it.
Replication complete. Flight mode.
Okay. So there's 5 of those. Let's go ahead and put some foundation in here. We really don't have a lot of soil. but that's okay. Okay, so all of these are already proliferated, so we just need to continue this line like this. I think that's close enough. Maybe not. Yeah, we're fine. Alright, and then these guys are going to be the tier 3 ones. Yes. And last but not least, we have these guys. Trying to run this around this way. We need more of these. See, it's already paying dividends. New PC's been so nice, so much faster. It has a solid-state drive, so your boot time is insanely fast. It is a night and day difference going from a hard drive to an SSD. Like, it is incredible how much of an upgrade just having a solid-state drive is. The only thing that kind of annoys me is that I have a solid-state drive. I think it's a 1 terabyte solid state drive and a 2 terabyte hard drive on my computer. And it's custom built. And when they decided to build my computer, they put like all of the essential Windows programs onto the SSD, which is great for the boot time for Windows, but what it means is that there's like, I don't know, like 200 gigabytes, maybe a little bit less than that, of space on my SSD that I will just never be able to access easily because it's partitioned for my hard drive instead, or for Windows, not my hard drive, which is kind of a pain. It's not the end of the world, it's just kind of a pain. Nice. Okay. And then finally, why is... Are we good, game? Okay. I don't know what that was about, but the game, like, was freaking out for me for a second for some reason. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, so... we can do that. You assume the hive threat meter increases on its own to send out waves of fighter, or is that a different timer? So, there's 2 different kinds of hives.
Upgrade complete.
There is the space hive, which is pretty much the only thing you can see right here, because I already dealt with the planetary hive on this planet. But if we were to go to, like, our sister planet over here, Svalson 4, we can show this off a little bit better over there. Oh, or we'll just completely miss the planet.
Cruise ended.
There we go.
Flight mode.
So here, I don't really know why the threat's not going up here, but basically there's 2 types of threats. There's the planetary bases, and then there's the space hive. So for the planetary bases, Oh, I know why the threat's not going up. It's because all of the relay stations here have been destroyed. Of course. Okay. So that's why the threat's not going up. Okay, well then this is a really not the best example. But the planetary base, what causes the threat to go up on that is directly correlated to the amount of power you're generating on the planet. So the more power you generate on a planet, the higher the threat will increase, or the faster it will increase, and the more often the dark fog will attack. For the space hive, destroying relays and like the process of building a Dyson sphere, yeah, are what causes that threat meter for them to increase. And then once the threat meter maxes out, they will launch an attack. The planetary dark fog will attack the nearest thing on the planet. The space hive will attack whatever planet is producing the most power, which, like I said, I think in this case is probably my home planet, which is Valsen 3. 280 megawatts versus 170 from the other planet, yeah.
Flight mode.
As the units are killed and destroyed, I mean, they're not killed, they're robots. They're like a nanite swarm, basically. As more and more units from the hive or the base are destroyed, they will gain levels. And what the levels do is basically causes the base or hive to produce more units. I don't know if it produces more powerful units. I don't know if it produces more powerful units or if it just produces more units. But basically it gets more dangerous. That's the only really important part about that. So it's an interesting system. I feel like it's extremely generous compared to what they could have done. They could have made it a lot worse. I don't know why I chose to do it that way, but whatever, it's fine. Sometimes you just have to do something weird with your belts. And our final depot is going to be right there. Let's start with 2. And I think this is the last part of the chain, so we don't really have to proliferate the file sorters. There we go. I think. No. I need processors for this too. I forgot about the processors. Now we're going to need those 10 logistics drones.
Mineral depleted.
How the heck am I gonna get these out of here? It may literally just be easier to build new ones. Do I have enough to build new ones? I do. We'll just build new ones. Do we have purple? I think we have purple. I don't actually remember.
Insufficient materials.
But what I do know is that we have increased how high we can stack these, so we can stack our science much higher. All across the board. Okay, it's just being slow to produce. Okay.
Flight mode.
There we go. All right. So, one last piece to the puzzle, which I completely forgot about. Should be able to just run this down. Yeah, we don't have anything else we need to grab, so... This is the end point. Need to head out in about an hour? Or head out for about an hour. Okay. I don't know if I'll be streaming in an hour or not. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I have been streaming for almost 4 hours now. I usually do about 4-hour streams, so... Unless I decide to overachieve today, we may be nearing the end of our time here. Just give me this.
Upgrade complete.
There we go. All right. And that's our production line complete. It's a little jank. Okay, it's extremely jank. But it works. It's functional. And at the end of the day, that's all I'm really worried about. Well, I say it's functional. Why is it producing so slow? Engines. Engines are why it's producing so slow. And why are you producing so slow? Because you lack magnetic coils. You don't say. Do you lack magnetic coils now? That's right. You better not. Why is this here? I don't remember. Oh, right. I need to reconnect this. I mean, it's... I feel like this is my solution to everything anymore. Just put a splitter in. We'll just put a splitter in. It's not the end of the world. There we go. Excellent. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, chat. Brings a tear to my eyes.